parrots.
Yes, there are lots of them. Natural sounds from Costa
Yes.
Rica. Lots of them, lots of them.
That's beautiful. Let's see here.
And because I'm at a second floor, so they are flying all around the windows.
Yes. All right, I think we are live right now. And let me switch to my screen here.
Several sounds, parrots, dogs.
The dog. Yeah. So good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I don't know if you had a chance to hear our chat before. We were chatting in Spanish and now we are chatting in English because today our tea and medicinal plants conversation is going to be in English for all our English-speaking followers. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Mariana and I own Tico Coffee Roasters in Campbell, California, in the Bay Area. And this is a boutique coffee and tea company. We specialize in importing high quality coffees from the producing countries in Latin America, in Africa, and Indonesia, and also very fine teas from around the world. Although our focus has been coffee for all these 10 years, we also have a very good line of teas. We have 20 plus different teas from orthodox, you name it, black, green, white tea, and also very nice blends with flowers, spices, and different fruits. Because of everything that is going on, and unfortunately, you probably have heard, we have very bad fires here in California. Like if it wouldn't be enough with the pandemic, now we have fires. So a lot of people are suffering. There's a lot of stress here and around the world, a lot of anxiety and worries for people. And we wanted to share something that is gonna help everyone to feel a little better. And that is with plants and herbs. For many centuries, they have been used and their knowledge has been shared in different communities and different cultures. And we want to bring that information to you today, hoping that this is going to help you in your diet and feel better from the inside out. And for that today, I have my friend Diana Avila. And Diana is a really good friend. We met in college and university. We both studied agricultural economics in the University of Costa Rica. And after many years, and thanks to social media, we connected again. And Diana is a specialist in plants and medicinal plants. So she's a wealth of information in this topic, and we are sharing this information with you today. So Diana, take it away.
Thank you. Good morning to everyone. I'm transmitting here from Costa Rica, San Jose. You will eventually listen to some parrots, to some things that are going around here. Wishing you have a great morning. We have a sunny day here. Great, lots of parrots, lots of everything. You're really welcome. And I hope you enjoy our chat. The idea is to have a really nice time, learn something new about some herbs, some components that we have on Tico Coffee Roasters tea, and welcome.
Thank you. And I don't know if you speak Spanish. If you do, if you had a chance to look at our presentation 2 weeks ago, we referred to different teas at that time, but today we decided to bring 2 new ones that are available in our store, or you can find it in some other places. And the first one that we are going to speak about is it's called Tuscan Dream. Let me see if you can see it there. This is a tea, this one today. This is an herbal tea. And what it means, it has no caffeine. It's just pure flowers and herbs, the components of the tea. And it's delicious because, excuse me, it has apple pieces, it has lavender that I have in here. It has ginger, some blackberry leaves, orange blossoms that really help your body. And we're going to focus today in 3 ingredients from this tea. One of them is lavender, the other one is orange blossoms, and apple. So first things first, and first is lavender. And as I show you here, the flowers, they're super fragrant. It has been used for centuries for aromatherapy. It has a lot of properties to calm anxiety in your nervous system. It's a sleep aid. And it's a big component of this tea. Actually, if you see it, I hope it's visible for you. I'm gonna get it a little closer. Maybe you can see there the little lavender pieces from the flowers, plus the other herbs. So it's really fragrant. It's really, as soon as you open the tin, it is like aromatherapy. And besides that, you can drink the tea. So Diana, what can you tell us about lavender and how that can help our body?
Okay, within lavender, whenever we speak about medicinal plants, we speak about the scientific names first, because there are several species that can be like mistaken. This is called Lavanda angustifolia. The name is in Latin. The main effect is that it has a seating effect. So it brings you peace and it brings you calm. Actually, before our chat here, Liv, I was telling Mariana, I work with lavender a lot with aromatherapy, and I use it like in spray and put it on the blankets and everything, so you get a good sleep. But if you can drink it, that is wonderful. It makes you a relaxing spray because it has essential oils that makes an effect on your body. So it gets up with stress, with anxiety, with insomnia. In these times of the pandemics, we have seen a lot of people having effects on insomnia because the stress, because the illness, because economic problems due to the business closed. So it releases anxiety. And also it has two properties. It is used as antibacterial and antifungal. So a little flower that it has been used for decoration, for aromatherapy, it would boost up your calm and your good mood. That's it.
Yeah, lavender is really delicious. I have a lavender plant here in my garden. That's why I have these flowers here. This is one of my favorite teas, and I drink it all the time. It also helps with the menstrual cycle to ease your cramps or pain, and I drink it for that, but also for just relaxing purposes. It's a really delicious tea, and it also doesn't have caffeine. So if you want to drink it in the afternoon or at night, it's actually delicious and really helps you to feel better and more relaxed. Another ingredient from this tea are orange blossoms. And that is very good to reduce cortisol levels. So basically, again, to fight stress, and especially right now. It also lowers blood pressure, reduces inflammation, and acts also as an antimicrobial substance. Diana.
Okay, as a comment for that lowering of cortisol on orange blossoms, well, I don't know if you really knew that when you're stressed, your cortisol levels increases. So that makes you not losing weight in case you're following a diet. Whenever you have high cortisol levels, your weight doesn't decreases because the hormonal system makes a whole interaction, so it doesn't allow you to lose weight. So whenever you're more stressed, even if you are eating healthy and everything, you would gain weight because the cortisol levels would fix up the fat in your body as a defense way. So it is good to lower the stress and to lower the cortisol levels, and it may help in losing weight with the correct exercise and eating and everything, but it's a complement.
And it's something that is so accessible, right? At least here where I live, a lot of people have citrus trees and orange trees. So something so accessible that you can use by itself with the right dose, but also you can find a tea like the Tuscan Dream that has this component to help you with these issues. Another thing I have here is an apple, and this is also from my garden. So this is a great component from this tea. In apples, have you heard the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? And it's so true. They are, first of all, super nutrition. They help with weight loss. They are very good for your heart, to keep the health of your heart. They decrease the risk of diabetes. They promote the good bacteria in your gut. They also might help prevent cancer, and they also help to fight asthma. So all just in one fruit.
Also, they have a great content of fiber, which you will be needed for the correct functioning of your digestive system, and makes an effect of satiety whenever you are like controlling your input take.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Your food intake, excuse me.
Yeah.
Yes, it makes you like the sensation you have taken more food than you have, and so that helps a lot also.
That's great. So we wanted to keep it a little bit short. The tea has more ingredients, more different leaves, but we wanted to keep it short and focus in 3 ingredients. So you have this information clear and how these can help you. We're going to move to the second tea, but if you have questions, please use the chat so we can answer your questions at the end. Or you can also reach out to Diana. I'm going to post the link in the chat box. But you can reach out to her as well if you have future questions. The other tea that we have is something that is super popular, and it's called spicy chai, or basically chai tea, we call it. Let's see. I'm confused with the screen. Spicy chai. And this is also very, very fragrant. You can see here, this one has caffeine. This one has black tea. So this has some caffeine content on it. But nevertheless, also a very good tea with ingredients that can also help your body. And one of them is anise. And anise seeds are antifungal, anti-inflammatory.
I have them here.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, you see, I have them here. Excuse me for the interruption, but I needed to show this. And I have these ones in which you see the bright parts. They are the seeds. So the seeds are inside. They're really nice, actually.
They're beautiful. Yeah, so those little seeds have a lot of power within them. They are antifungal, anti-inflammatory. They fight stomach ulcers. They keep your blood sugar low. And it might also reduce some symptoms of depression. So anise has these and many more properties.
Well, the anise, it's called Pimpinella anisum. And it has several interesting things. For example, whenever you have hiccups, that it's so terrible having hiccups, what you do is you get pulverized seeds, like little, half a teaspoon, and you mix it up with a little water and you take it and hiccups are gone, for example. Then whenever there have been some bacteria that had become resistant to antibiotics, they have mutated. Whenever this happens, the effects of anise make them disappear and lose their power. Also, they fight cancer, they regulate the menstrual cramps. Whenever you have headaches, and anise tea, it's really recommended. It's highly recommended for the flu. And whenever the ladies that have problems with the milk breasting, you take anise and it stimulates the production of milk in a natural way without doing harm to the baby. So yes, it's very, like, I don't know, people don't know the properties, but it's really, really helpful. And for the treatments, well, you can buy the chai tea, that it has all the compounds and it's all the properties of everything. But if you want to make your own tea of anise tea, it's 8 grams of seeds. It's like two seeds of this, because every petal has its own seed apart. Well, I don't think I can show you this. I don't know if you see the little seed. Yes?
Yes, yes.
Yes, this is the seeds you will find inside each of these flowers. But you take 8 grams of these seeds, like 2 seeds, 2 complete flowers, in a 1 liter of water, and it would give you like the 4 cups a day. That it's the recommended intake. By the way, these recommendations are not intended for little babies under 3 years, for pregnant women, or for people that have problems, physical problems. You have to ask your doctor before taking any medicinal plant.
Yeah. Yeah, that's important. And we are sharing information that has been used for centuries, and the power that plants and herbs and seeds have. But that doesn't mean that it works for everyone, or the dose is good for everyone. So it might be good for you, but you need to know what is the right dose, or actually might not be good for you. So please ask your doctor first, especially if you have a precondition. Another ingredient that we wanted to talk about, very popular for many different reasons, is cinnamon stick. And delicious for many different reasons, used in cuisines around the world. And history has records even from the Egypt using this spice. And it was very valuable for them. And they believed it was a gift from the kings. So it is used around the world to level the cholesterol in your body, also to regulate blood sugar. It has also antibacterial properties and anti-inflammatory effects. Diana.
Okay, speaking about cinnamon, scientifically it's known as cassia. We have like 3 species. Mostly the one that is used is the one that we know that it's commercial. It's a very powerful antioxidant, and it's an antibiotic. Also, it's really interesting, because when you make your crops, your household crops or plants, and you cut them, like to get leaves or to make a succulent reproduction, that the plants that are called succulents, they always recommend like a sealer for them. And people go outside and buy a commercial sealer to make your procedures, but it's only getting a little bit of cinnamon and put it into the cut you made into the plant. That avoids bacteria, viruses, everything that can get into the plant. So it's very useful. For the people, it is recommended a dose of 1/2 to 1 teaspoon of cinnamon daily. More consumption than that, it's toxic for your body. We're speaking about 2 to 4 grams of day. If you have liver problems, it's better not to consume cinnamon. I'm speaking in highly doses, right? It's not that if you got a dessert with cinnamon, it's going to harm you. But if you have liver problems, it's better not to consume it. And also, it is good for acne, for acne problems. For the whole pimples in your body, there is a beauty mask. I'm going to give you here the recipe, but we have to make the advertisement that it's not for all the kinds of skins. You have to make a little, like proof in a little amount of skin, because this mask have the property that it burns a little. So it's 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and 2 teaspoons of honey. And then you put it in your face for 15 minutes and you get rid of that mask with lukewarm water, because it's anti-inflammatory, antibiotic, and all of the properties that honey have, it is going to help a lot with extreme problems of acne. It is going to improve your skin a lot. So if you can drink it and you can put it in your skin, the effects would be double. Really, really good effects.
That's great to know, because I mean, I never heard before that you can actually use like pure cinnamon, on your skin. Probably some products, beauty products, have it as a component, but you can actually make it at home. So that's good to know. But please check first, do a little test, and
Check
before you can
first.
put it in the whole face.
Check
Yeah.
first, please, because there are some people that can be allergic to cinnamon. Maybe not to ingest it, but if you put it in your skin, it could cause some allergies. I don't want legal demands or something afterwards this chat. So please make the proof before in your when you prove products for your skin, you prove it here, because this is the skin that it's like more nearly the quality of your face. So prove it here a little, and if it doesn't no harm, then you can put it on your face.
Okay, yeah.
Please do not put it in the area around the eyes. That's another warning.
And use sunscreen after, please. Always after a mask.
That's another thing. When you wear your mask made of honey and cinnamon, please do not expose yourself to the sun. That's important. Or if you have previous burns or the snow urticaria, I think it's called, like when it's too cold and you get your little things, wounds in your face, do not do that mask, please.
Yeah. Okay. Probably just some healthy skin and maybe a little bit of acne, but if you have other maybe irritation on your skin and your face, maybe it wouldn't be a good idea to use it.
Or wounds, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. So we are even learning beauty tips. Yeah. So the last ingredient, that the tea has many more ingredients, but we are going to focus on 3, as I said at the beginning, is ginger. And I have my here, if you can see it. And she has hers.
Hi.
Ginger is another magnificent ingredient. And this is, I believe it's in English, rhizome or rhizome. It's not a root, actually. It's an engrossed stem from the plant. And it has one of the main components is an oil that is called gingerol. And this is a component that is used to suppress fungal, viral, and bacterial infections. Ginger is anti-inflammatory and helps a lot with issues or problems in your gums, or when you have gingivitis in your gum. It also helps with bronchitis, with any chest infections or coughing. This is a magnificent thing to use. Any respiratory infections that you have, ginger helps a lot. Diana, what do you have to share with us?
Okay, first of all, I want to share that mine is already growing. If you see, well, I don't know if you can see the little leaves. This one is intended for planting. The little buds are growing. If you get to get a little piece of ginger, you put it in 1 centimeter of water, and you wait until these buds are growing, and then you can have it in pots or in your garden or wherever you want.
That's great.
Actually, the ginger is originary from Asia. It's commonly used for many types of nausea and vomiting. Whenever you have nausea or you have vomiting problems because you got sick, you take a little cup of ginger tea or chai or whatever you have all around. It is also used for menstrual cramps. It helps with the problems of osteoarthritis, diabetes, migraine. People who have migraine may take 2 cups of tea containing ginger, and it helps. And there is something, this is ancestral knowledge. For me, they do function. But if you seek for scientific evidences, there has not been like studies done on this. So if you seek out for bibliography, they will tell you that there is no good scientific evidence, but it does function. Within the foods and beverage, ginger is used as a flavoring agent, and it is used for fragrance in soaps and cosmetics. This little rhizome, as you can see, they have inside chemicals, and they use it as anti-gas, laxative, and antacid medications. So if you have acidity, like in your stomach, the best is to consume a tea that contains ginger. Gingers, as I told you, they contain chemicals that may reduce nausea and inflammation. And the main components that ginger has works primarily in the stomach and in the intestines. So that parts of your body are the ones that would receive first the benefits of ginger. But it's funny because ginger has some chemicals that has the power to work in the brain and the nervous system to control nausea. So interesting that this ginger is very useful for people who have HIV or AIDS, because the drugs and cocktails that medicine gives to these people cause nausea and vomiting, the antiretroviral induced nausea. So ginger is really useful. So it is recommended that 30 minutes because before you ingest the dose of the antiretroviral treatment, you take the ginger tea, so the symptoms of the nausea and vomiting with HIV treatment would decrease. Then, if you have the menstrual cramps, what is called medically dysmenorrhea, you take the tea the first 3 or 4 days of the menstrual cycle. So with women that have painful menstrual cycle, the tea would decrease those symptoms. It is like a substitution for taking pills like ibuprofen or something called Novafen or something called Dorival that it's out in Central America. And also people who are suffering from osteoarthritis, if you take a little slice of ginger and put it in your mouth, the chemicals that this release would reduce the pain of the osteoarthritis.
That is so it's very interesting that just, you know, a little piece in your mouth can have that beneficial effect.
Exactly. There are also some gels that people are making with the use of the ginger, and you can put in your knees, and it reduces the pain in your knees for those people that has pain on the knees. Also, ginger boosts up metabolism and improve the immune system. On the last chat we made 15 days ago, I was telling that I learned to cook the beans with a little of ginger. It gives a really special Caribbean flavor, and it helps a lot in your health.
Yeah, it's really delicious. And if you know, if we talked about this tea last week as well, it's a component in several of our teas, but it has so many beneficial effects for your body that not having it in your kitchen would be, you know, would be a missed opportunity for anyone. It has a very, I like it. It's a little bit spicy, but I like it for drinks. I don't know if you also had a chance. We had a long week series of different cocktails that I was making with different teas. Not these ones, but other teas that we have with fruits and flowers. And in several of them, I use ginger, or as Diana said, it's a flavor. It has also a flavoring agent that is all used in ginger beer or ginger ale. And I use that also as part of these drinks. So If you're interested, you can watch the videos or ask some other questions in the ways that you can use ginger for your cuisine, the way that you cook, or so incorporate in some drinks as well as in your tea. So that's what we had to share today. I don't know, Diana, if you want to share something else, if you want to share information, I'm going to put it here on the chat, information for from your page.
Thank you. Okay, my page is mostly focused on medicinal plants and cactus and succulents. So I'm always sharing some information, attending questions, whatever you need. If you're here in Costa Rica, well, sometimes I have plants for selling and so on. Another thing I wanted to share is that it's not a commercial because they don't give me money because of this, but the ginger ale, the drink, it's intended when you have fever. If you have fever, then you can take ginger ale during those of these days. It's really flavorful. I like it a lot. And it has anti-inflammatory properties. It helps to make hydration in your body and to lower the fever. Because the main component is the gingerol that it's contained in the ginger. So it's really, really useful.
That's great. I'm finding Diana's page here and I'm going to put it on the chat so everybody can follow along and ask some more questions regarding medicinal plants, regarding the teas, the way that you can use it. Maybe you have ginger at home and you have anise or some other things. Maybe you want to know how to use those ingredients together. So that's a good thing to ask Diana.
Okay, even if they are not asking, I'm going to share how to make your own teas with your own garden species and plants. What you do is you boil the water, and when the water is boiling, you have your cup and you get the slices of whatever you have. For example, we have here the ginger. I'm going to show you the turmeric, which we didn't spoke about, but I have some really nice samples here.
Plants.
And you get some slices, you put it in the cup, you add the water. Without boiling it, the herb with the water, you just wait until 5-10 minutes until the chemicals of the plants are released. Then you get the plant outside and you drink the water. Important, the correct dose, no more than 2 cups daily, 3 cups maximum. Because everything in excess, even if they are medicinal plants, could be harmful. So you have to take care of that.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so their information is on the chat box if someone want to reach out. And I think it's great because this is, we always see tea and then we always see a little description of what the tea does or how it tastes, right? If it is more like a fruit tea or flowers, if it is more like intended to be refreshing and enjoyable more than the medicines. But as I mentioned at the beginning, these plants and these flowers and spices hold a lot of power within themselves. And that can be really, if we know what it is and we know how to use it, that can be a real benefit for ourselves and for our bodies. That is important also now that we talk about food security, especially in these times, is really, it's a little hard. It's not that things are not available, but it will be a good idea to have a better understanding. And then that makes us consume the food in a complete different way and to really value what we are consuming, especially if they are organic products that we have access to.
Also, I encourage you to make your own plantations, your own things at home, obviously to get the teas, but also to plant your own ginger, your own turmeric, things you can have at home. So it's kind of also prevention to boost the immune system before you get sick.
Yes.
I think like Mariana told a little while ago, is kind of getting a new vision of what we are consuming, a new vision of what the concept of health is, of prevention, and not waiting until we get the illness, the corona or a flu or something that could harm yourself or your family, but to get that vision of prevention, of, I don't know, it's like kind of getting back to the love, to the plantations, to the earth, to the basics, and consume organic, plant organic, take care of the environment. I think these kinds of pandemics and everything, it's part of as a result of everything we have done wrong. So it's time to get right again.
Yeah, that's a great message. And I just see Nat Sanchez says that she lives in Berkeley. So hello, and thank you for joining us today. I don't see any question actually at the moment, but I share our contact information. So if people, watch this video later and say like, hey, I have a question about ginger ale. I want to share a comment, you know where to find us. And I appreciate the time today. I don't know if Diana wants to share something else with everyone before we say goodbye.
Thank you for joining us. You're welcome to write questions, to extend your needs. If you need advice on how to plant something, ginger, turmeric, whatever you want, some information that you need to make your own part, organic part at home, I will be willing to attend you at my page, Calanco, that it's in the link. And again, thank you for joining us, for your time, and hope to see you again.
Yes. Take care. Thank you so much for joining. Also, if you need information about the teas, please reach out at Tico Roasters. You have it on our page. And Diana, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us and for doing this together. This is great information, and I'm really thankful that we had a chance to share this knowledge with everyone, basically in the world. Now with internet, everybody can reach this information.
Thank you. You're welcome. Have a nice day.
Thank you, you too.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.